The words that you use matter. However, the energy behind the words that you're using matters even more. So, if you're not attracting your best fit clients or customers to meet or exceed your income goals every single month like clockwork, I encourage you to take a good look at the message that you communicate and the content you share. Your message is supposed to remind your best fit client or customer of who they truly are within. Your best fit client or customer is a capable, incredible person. And you need to remind them of that because sometimes it's easy to forget, especially when you are wanting to make a major change in life that's totally outside your comfort zone. It's very important for you to remind your best fit client or customer of who they truly are because there's a way to communicate with people to where you are speaking to the victimized side of them. You're speaking to the disempowered side of them. You do not want to talk to that side of them, even though they experience moments of discouragement, frustration, any type of negative type of thing, right? Don't speak to that, right? Because you know what holds more power and more energy? You speaking to the truth of who they are. And you know, like with me, it took me a while to learn how to speak that way because I was taught early on when it came to marketing that I needed to really just focus on the pain points and what they're struggling with and what they don't want. There is a time and place for that. However, when you're wanting to enroll your best fit clients or customers as soon as possible, your message should only be speaking to the empowered version of them. And I will share with you a method. It's a 7 content pillar model of how you're able to do this in a very intentional and strategic way. So, your message is supposed to help them stand firm in their power. Also, it helps them take radical responsibility for their life and their future. They're not trying to wait for the government or wait for their spouse or wait for whoever to change their life and their future. You do not want to work with anyone that is going to play the blame game. When you work with people who take radical responsibility for their life and their future, they end up being the best clients or customers. You don't need to convince them of anything. You don't need to create a codependent relationship with those people. They're able to stand on their own. They are just asking you to help them. You have a solution to help them get to what they want faster. Your message is supposed to ignite a spark in them. It's supposed to hit them, ignite that spark, be the catalyst for growth because that's what they're doing when they work with you. That's when they're doing when they want to make a change in their life. You're helping them grow. You're helping them do things differently in their life. So your message should ignite that spark in them. I don't know how many of you have listened to Eric Thomas or maybe Tony Robbins or somebody, some type of motivational speaker, and they ignite that spark in the crowd, right? And that stuff is contagious. It's contagious, especially when you're in an environment with other people that are ignited too. That's energetic. That's what your message does. I'm not saying you got to be like Tony Robbins or Eric Thomas. Those men, they are high energy. I'm not like that way. I'm mellow. So I'm not trying to be like them. I'm just being like me. Just like you are going to be like you. And you have to continue to be like you and keep on wanting to express more of you to magnetize your best fit clients or customers to you. Your message is supposed to expand their state of awareness. It's hard for your best fit client or customer to change if they're not willing to expand their state of awareness. You help them shift their perspective. You help them see things in a different way because they're trapped in their own perspective. This is why it's so important to invest in mentors and coaches. I really didn't understand the magic of this until 5 years later after I started my business. I was stuck in my own awareness and belief systems and in my own perspective. But when I started accessing the perspectives, the beliefs, the thoughts of my coaches and mentors, that's when my state of awareness started expanding. That's when I started really seeing the possibilities of what was available for my life. That's when I was really able to see that I was making things a lot harder than what they needed to be. And also, most of all, I was able to see that nothing was out of my reach. So your best fit client or customer should feel that way whenever you communicate your message. You help them see the possibilities. You help them see why what you have to offer will be greater and more delicious than they ever imagined.